Good evening, Robbinsville. Welcome to the Lady Season Opener. It's TC Roberson. At this time, we want please stand direct your attention to the American flag as we honor our country with the playing of the national anthem. All right, this goes to late round. Number 2, Olivia Pearson. Number 3, Skylar Griffin. Number 4, Olivia Brady. Number 5, Al Jensen. Number 11, Maya Gurley. Number 12, Adira Crawford. Number 13, Kenyon Mason. Number 14, Nate Pearson. Number 15, Jordan Allison. Number 17, Maya Maria. Number 20, Kaylin Watt. Number 23, Abigail Rockmeyer. And number 24, Jordan Sonny. And now let's get started for the whole setting. Robbinsville Lady Knights. Senior number 3, Claire Barlow. Number 4, David in Number 5, Daphne Barlow. Number 6, Sorry Watty. Number 8, Brad Hooper. Number 9, Senior Holly Lewis. Number 12, Willie Adams. And 20, another senior, Liz Martin.
Both teams fired up for the season opener as we welcome you to Robbinsville High School. We're going to have some audio issues today. I can go ahead and forewarn you of that. I'm glad you're enjoying our free telecast here on YouTube. This is the season opener, Robbinsville and TC Roberson set to duke it out here on the Grabstar Sports Network. We hope all of you enjoyed our JV telecast we had before this. Trying to get some bugs worked out. They sort of kind of worked out. And we're still going to work on some things as we go along here tonight. I want to thank one of our season-long sponsors, Computer Resolution. In the bottom left corner of your screen, you'll see an ad pop up on the screen all night to let you guys know where to go, how much to spend to get on board with us. As we support Black Knight Athletics, we asked you to help us support Black Knight Athletics. A portion of the proceeds from every single sale goes right back to the sport that you bought a ticket to watch. Robbinsville will serve first to begin its season. Surrey Waddy, a junior now, starts off the year with a nice spike, and it goes low. Here's a set by Ren Hooper and Daphne Barlow on the outside. You're going to hear some new names coming your way this season. Robbinsville lost some talented hitters and is having to plug some holes, but off to a good start here against the 4A Lady Rams. It's 1-0 here in the opening set. Bring Waddy back to the line. Just out of our purview here to my left. We're in a different station up here for the Grand Star Sports Network this season. Trying a little something different, quite frankly, and we hope you enjoy it. With access to the overhead cam, we're going to try our best to work the bugs out on that. And maybe we'll do it as the night goes along, as point goes to Robbinsville 2-0 here in set one. We'll switch back and forth between that camera and this one most of the night, and if we can get it perfected, we'll be able to bring you some alternate angles of the action this season. But also, we kind of are out of the way now. Robbinsville High School very gracious to let us set up wherever we need to up top here to broadcast these Black Knights and Lady Knights as Surrey Waddy scrambles to recover that one. And a pump over the middle by Kaylin Watt. And there's a shot by Barlow. And a huge kill. Good work on the outside by Caden Mason for the Rams. That gets them on the board. It's 2-1 here in our opening set. So we embarrassingly, will admit, we're using our usual crowd mic today to talk to you guys. In case it sounds a little bit different, our headset somehow did not make the trip over to Robbinsville High School with us. And by the time we found out, it was a bit too late to pivot. 3-1 as freshman Daphne Barlow, back off a gruesome ankle injury she suffered last year in her 8th grade year, has stepped immediately up to the varsity ranks here on the Grand Star Sports Network. Big spike over the middle. Good passes. Good communication from both teams. Now, nobody wanted to make a mistake here in the opening match of the 2024-25 season. Can you believe it? Barlow raises high and spikes it out. Unfortunately, that makes it 3-2. 2-3, depending on which side of the coin you're on. That was senior Claire Barlow. We'll have to get a qualifier out for her. That is right. We have younger sister and younger sister of Ava Barlow, of course. Ava was here a few years ago. Substitution now in place for TC Roberson. Looks like they have brought in number 15. That is Jordan Alston. That's going to be jumping into your frame here in just a short. She comes off the serve. 3-2 Robbinsville advantage. 4-2 Robbinsville advantage. Good tip by the senior middle hitter, Claire Barlow. She'll go back to the service line now. Try and handle business behind the line. Barlow with a nice jump serve. Her first one of the season off and running. This one snuck up on us, fans. We're not going to lie. We got an updated schedule a couple of weeks ago, and frankly, we just simply missed this game. Had been added about 2.5 weeks ago. TC Roberson making the long trip over from Asheville tonight. They are a 4A school and the reigning champions of the 4A Mountain Conference. It's a 3A, 4A split conference in the regular season. Shot by Waddy, who has taken off the libero jersey, by the way, this year. I didn't think I'd ever see that. Waddy's just a versatile athlete, though, for sure. Pass from Ren Hooper, the setter, will get a push from Carpenter, another senior, back over the net. Robinson's only got 3 elder statesmen this year, stateswomen, I guess, if you'll have it. And they're all 3 on the court. Well, we're on the board. Libby Lewis just stepped off, excuse me. Back at the service line for TC Roberson, it's going to be Valor Jansen, a sophomore. And she serves it out. Way to get a good point. And it's now 3-6 with Ren Hooper going to the line for her first smack of the season. And it's a doozy. Nice break on it at the end. Barlow with the pass. Good set. Blocked. And the point goes to the Lady Rams. Kaylin Watt is at the service line for TC Roberson. There's some stats right here in front of us to talk about these two teams as we go through the evening. Based off of last year, anyway, as Puff serve comes off the right palm of Miss White. So big. Daphne Barlow, dove for it, couldn't get there. And just like that, it's knotted up at 6-all on GramstarSports.com. Speaking of which, we are the Gramstar Sports Network. Our web address, GramstarSports.com. If you want to go check it out, you might notice a different look and a feel to it. We have revamped things over the summer as we wanted to anyway. And we got it set to go. Only problem was today, we didn't have everything set to go for accepting pay-per-view purchases. So we thought, why not, as a token, make this a freebie for all of you faithful Lady Night fans. 8-6 off the tip as Robbinsville's front line struggling a little bit right now, and it's going to be a substitution. Daphne Barlow will tag out, and coming in is going to be freshman Kagi, as they call her, Buchanan. And it might take me the next 4 years to get the book in her name. 8-6. Barlow with an excuse me push over the net and kept it alive. There's Chloe Adams. She's back from an injury too. A lot of healthy athletes, a lot of good athletes you're going to see have moved up this year to the varsity ranks from middle school. A lot of them, as you can see tonight, are dipping their toes in the water right away. Senior Liz Carpenter is at the service line. And the spike, Waddy will miss it. It is 9-7 advantage, Lady Rams here on the Gramstar Sports Network. As we mentioned last season, a senior-heavy Lady Rams team won the 3A, 4A, I beg your pardon, Mountain Conference, as that sort of goes into the net. 12-0, they were perfect in the division. 20-9 for the entire season. I was after losing their first 3 matches of the year, as a matter of fact. Quite the turnaround for this team. Tip over the net. Team made it to the second round of the state playoffs. As that one wiggles out of bounds, TC Roberson has taken a 2-point lead here in the opening set. Hope you like our enhanced graphics we've set up here. Tip over by Waddy. There's Olivia Lewis with a bump. Waddy to Barlow. That'll get the point back for Robbinsville. It's 10-9. Lady Rams advanced to the second round of the state playoffs last season and hosted Lake Norman at home. Unfortunately, fell in 5 sets. Be eliminated from the playoffs. That'd be a tough one. Robbinsville did not have a banner year as it anticipated last season. Ran into 4 losses in 1 year. Yes, I said 4 to Swain County. That was 2 in the regular season. 1 in the semifinals of the conference tournament, and the big salami, the first round of the playoffs. The state matched the 2 teams up together again, and Robbinsville fell in 4. 15-9 record when all was said and done. Talented seniors graduated from both these teams last season. Robbinsville's had a lot of stock come up to replace the effort. And TC Roberson had that in senior outside hitter Carly Henning. However, Miss Henning is not here tonight. She is number 1 on the team. She is a senior. She led the team last year in multiple categories. She was definitely the kills leader, 314. She had 17 blocks, 33 aces. However, she is nursing an ankle injury tonight, and the outlook that I gathered anyway from the bench, not good for Miss Henning. And that's a shame for these Lady Rams. Robbinsville's Surrey Waddy will dump it off. Waddy with 43 aces on the season last year, 235 digs. That was second most, or third most, I beg your pardon, on the team. Claire Barlow and Kagan Buchanan getting a little entangled. Timeout called by the Lady Rams. We'll step aside here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Well, fans, we thought our overhead cam was working. It appears that it is not on. That is not something we set. We just tap into it. Have to work the bugs out on that. We'll be back live with you Wednesday, by the way, and hopefully we'll have our pay-per-view model set up. Ball smacked out of bounds. That'll be a point for TC Roberson. 11-14 here in the opening set. Robbinsville will be hosting another stiff opponent. Franklin will be making a visit to Graham County. There was another match scheduled for Thursday at Natahala. That game has been postponed until September the 16th. And by the way, if you're keeping track at home, school starts here in Robbinsville next Monday. So that means the Lady Knights will be 2 games ahead by the time the school year begins. Ball's tipped out, and that makes it 12-14 as the sets are staying close. A lot of back and forth here in the opening stanza. The head coach, Katie Phillips, squatted down, watching intently on the side. Phillips entering her 8th year as the head coach of the Lady Knights. They've collected 2 conference championships, 2 conference tournament championships, and have made the playoffs 7 of those 8 years. We'll see how it goes this season. I guess 6 of 7, more or less. It's 12-15 now here on the Gramstar Sports Network. And that's Kagan Buchanan with a big spike. And that ball will bounce. And rotation coming. That's going to be number 14 for TC Roberson. Paige Pearson tagging in. Grabbing a breather is Kaden Mason. Two-point set. Daphne Barlow rotates back in. Buchanan will have a seat. Working on back row defense. Got to strengthen it up. And how about the kill for Claire Barlow? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. It's 13-16. Barlow will now go to the service line. One of the most fun athletes I have ever covered in my career right here. Claire Barlow. Big spike over Barlow, and Barlow dove for it. Neither got it. Waddy saved it when it's all said and done. Carpenter with the return off the scary volley. And a little bit of entanglement. Hey, it's the first match of the year. We got to get all the kinks worked out. 14-16 here in the opening set. Assistant coach is over on the bench. Kinsley Phillips. Dee Brooms. Robbinsville only carrying 8 out tonight for varsity action. Sadly, has been kind of a... Sorry, I thought that ball was going to drop. My apologies. There's Chloe Adams almost got her first varsity kill. It's become kind of formulaic for Robbinsville in the last few years. Had to rely on 7 to 8 players due to a lack of depth. I don't think that's going to be an issue coming up. The JV team suffered a tough loss before we went live with varsity tonight. You were watching it with us, I hope, here on the Gramstar YouTube page, free of charge. It was a humdinger in the first set, 25-22. TC Roberson squeaked by. And in set two, just ran away with the lead and cruised to a 25-11 set sweep or match sweeping victory. And the back and forth continues. Olivia Pearson will take a seat for Jordan Summy, sophomore for TC Roberson. Watt, I beg your pardon, Kaylin Watt at the line. That Wattie's going to throw me all night, I can already tell. Carpenter with a good tip and snuffed everybody out. Good work, good read by the senior outside hitter, Liz Carpenter, who will now take her second hack at the service line. Apologize, we do have a little bit of an obscured view tonight. Once school gets back in session, these goals around the gym will be raised. And I thought that was, I think the scorekeeper did too. And there's a block up front to make the score right on the screen now. It is 17-19 here in the opening set. Rotation coming for TC Roberson. Two of them, as a matter of fact. Stepping onto the court, going back to serve, is going to be Camellia Brady. Rams were very heavy on seniors last year. Part of that success, of course, that ball dropped on the backside of the court. Robbinsville up by 3. And it beckons Olivia Lewis, the libero. Goals will hopefully be out of the way next week when school starts back and PE classes are in here. They're able to raise them before we get the action started. Because we do intend on staying right here at this post and staying out of the way. Good push back over. Read by Watt. And there's Daphne Barlow with a good spike to the back row. Roberson saves it. Blocked by Claire Barlow. Oh, baby. What a block by the senior. Hey, she's only led the conference in blocks for about 2 straight seasons, so I guess it comes with the territory. Here's Lewis again. And they're going to give the point. Call a carry on TC Roberson. Timeout called, and we'll take it with them here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Robbinsville is 3 away from taking the opening set of its season here on the Gramstar Sports Network. It's now a 6-point lead for Robbinsville, beg your pardon, deficit for TC Roberson. By far and away the largest of the match so far. Tightly knit back and forth action here in the opening set. Barlow with a beautiful floater. And it's going to be set point for the Lady Knights. Olivia Lewis will head back to the line and try it one more time. It was almost an ace. Good dig to save it by Maya Hechevarria. Barlow tips at that time. Good hustle by the Rams. And the ball drops back over. Barlow exposes the back left corner of the court. And Robbinsville goes ahead 1-0 here on the Gramstar Sports Network. We will be back in 3. Hello, everyone. Kevin Hensley back with you live from Robbinsville High School. You see us tucked away here in the corner, as we mentioned. A new post, a new setup. It's a new season. It's season, can you believe this? 3 of the Grand Star Sports Network. We're glad all of you are with us for the ride as we join you for volleyball action. Of course, football is going to be a little odd this year. We've got a schedule we're going to actually throw up on the screen for you here in just a little bit to give you some insight on exactly how our program and schedule will play out from August through October at least. Let's go back down to the floor as the whistle has blown. DC Roberson received to begin this match, so they will serve to begin set 2, and it'll be Kaylin Watt at the top of the rotation to do so. And it's greeted by Ren Hooper, right back over Carpenter, set by Barlow, and a right tip by the duo of Daphne and Claire Barlow. I like it. Boy, that's going to be fun to call all this year for sure. Junior Surrey Waddy will head back to the line, and it's a Butte. Barlow block, almost had it. And they've run out of taps on the other side of the net. 2-0, as my scoreboard seems to be in nap mode right now. Let's fix that real quick. There we go. Now she's woke up and back with us. Didn't even update that I had set 2 punched in. My goodness. And a big spike and a kill for freshman Daphne Barlow. Gets a big high five from her older sis. Oh, that's fun to see. I see the Barlow clan have taken up the top row over in the far right corner of your screen as well. They realize how important this is. It's rare that you have siblings playing volleyball together in high school. You don't see that too often, especially here in 1A. Waddy with good effort, but just couldn't get there in time to put some backspin on it. Tagging in to serve is going to be Maya Gerlach, sophomore for the Lady Rams. I'm sorry about that. 4-1 is the advantage for Robbinsville at the moment. And a great diving dig on the back by Echeverria will keep it going. We hope if you're a Lady Ram or a Lady Knight, you're tuned in, watching us live here on YouTube. Ball is out. Point goes to Robbinsville. Claire Barlow, or I beg your pardon, Daphne Barlow. Oh, that's going to happen a lot this year too. Ready to serve. And it's a service error. Wide left. Big spike by Lewis, and a little too much pepper in the gumbo makes it 3-5. Lewis receives. Pass from Hooper. Big pump on the left side by Barlow, and the Rams successfully return it. And a mad scramble by Robbinsville pays dividends. And a good set by Watt. Valor Jensen gets the kill, and it's 4-5. If you didn't understand me because of the cornbread, it is 4-5. My mistake. If you're here with us on our YouTube page live, we ask you click the subscribe button. Turn on the notifications bell. You'll find out each and every time Robbinsville's only media source uploads some footage, some content. There's the word of the day. Buzzword if you'll have it. To our YouTube page. We live stream community meetings, government events, and of course, athletics here in Graham County, North Carolina. And blocked up front by the Rams. Combination of Jansen and Summy with the 1-2 knockout. And the Rams have rallied back from a 4-1 deficit. And that lead 6-5. It is a race to 25, and of course it's 3 out of 5 you got to take to get the dub here in North Carolina. 2 out of 3 across state lines in Georgia. Katie Phillips has called a timeout to try and get the Lady Knights back on track. We'll take it with her on GramstarSports.com. Welcome back, one and all. You're watching live and free here on the Gramstar YouTube page, Robbinsville and TC Roberson. It is the opening match of the 2024 campaign for both teams. Chloe Adams tags in as Olivia Lewis. The libero will not step a foot on the front lines. Adams will tag in for her. It's now 7-6. Good crowd on hand for the season opener, and as we mentioned, we'll be back live Wednesday, hopefully on GramstarSports.com exclusively. Pay-per-view passes cost $5.99. And yes, fans, we are thinking about doing a subscription model this season. We now have the technology. We can rebuild it. Liz Carpenter with a big kill to tie it up 7-all. Let us know in the comments. How about that? We know you fans can comment here on YouTube. Let us know what you think would be a fair price. And I say a fair price. Don't give me no 99-cent business. For a monthly subscription model to watch Knights Athletics. We certainly don't want our friends with 4 letters to usurp us in streaming quality. And Hooper broke the plane, so that'll go to TC Roberson. Good battle on that volley, and it's now 8-7 here in the second set. Serve comes from Olivia Pearson, senior setter for TC Roberson, and they're cooking up front right now. Good reads by that front row. And that was Valor Jensen with the quick smack for a kill. Good reception by Barlow. Boy, that was beautiful. And a neutral zone violation now for the Rams. Goes back to Robbinsville. It goes to Ren Hooper, a junior from Sweetwater. The apple of Isaiah Brown's eye. We're knotted up. And Pearson able to measure that one. Good return. Barlow from the back with a nice bump, and nobody can defend it. Robbinsville back ahead 10-9. Dig, good pass. Watt will smack it to Watty. There you go. There's your tongue twister of the night. But who's on first? It's Liz Carpenter. She gets the kill. This game snuck up on us so fast we thought we had 2 more days of prep to be able to get our opening package edited down and set to play. Not so much. You'll notice we do have some new music in the background during breaks. We'll give a whole different feel to the telecast this year. We hope you enjoy it. And hope to have that opening package ready for you Wednesday. In case you're wondering, the call is probably still going to be on there. Still about 60-40 on that at the moment, though. We'll see. And Hooper gets tangled under the net. It sticks across the board here in set 2. Man, what a great read. Boy, Jensen is cooking up front. The sophomore middle blocker has really come through with some big defensive plays here in this second set. Here's Carpenter. And it's unfortunately spiked into the net. It's time to jump, and it's 13-11. Lady Rams. Still at the service line is Jordan Alston. Service error will give it back to Robbinsville, who desperately needs a break here. Lady Rams are cooking at the moment. 4-1 run just then to pull back ahead. After Robbinsville started this set on a 4-1 run of its own, Liz Carpenter with a good serve. And the return. And somebody jumped under the net, I believe. It was Chloe Adams, according to the head official here tonight. Philip Orr in attendance with us, the one and only. That is a service error too wide and makes it 14-13. Here in set two, Lewis will tag in. Adams tags out as the senior Olivia Lewis prepares to serve. And it's an ace for Olivia. 14-14. Good work by Barlow. Another good read there. Robbinsville pulls back ahead. 14-15. That one just ekes over the net. But it got in. That's all that matters. And Barlow calls off Hooper at the last split second. Almost gave her the sledge to the larynx. Can't have that. And that ball will drop to the floor. 15-15. The duel continues. Rotation coming for the Lady Rams. It's Jordan Summey in, and Olivia Pearson will grab a breather. Kaylin Watt serves again. Carpenter saves on the backside. Lewis with a bump to return it. And that shot is out. Robbinsville gets the point. A lot of juice on it there by Paige Pearson, but unfortunately a little too much juice. Here is junior Sari Waddy. Prayers going out to the Waddy clan. Big kill up front. Good to see Miss Waddy smiling. It's been a tough stretch over the last week or so for that family, and they are in our prayers for sure. Steven, Sasha, if you guys are watching, love you guys, and we are praying for you. Barlow will defy the odds. A 2-on-1 attack. Nay. Barlow gets the kill. Timeout called by the Lady Rams. Robbinsville leads by 3 here on GramstarSports.com. It is 15-18 here in set 2. Welcome back to Robbinsville High School. You're watching the Gramstar Sports Network, the premiere of Season 3. Boy, I didn't know if we'd ever get this far. And the writing is just getting good, as a matter of fact. This season promises to be chock full of obscure references to my love life, so you're in for a treat, all of you Black Knight faithful. Barlow finally succeeds the point. That was a good back and forth out of that timeout. TC Roberson will get the point. 16-18 is the score. Double switch coming as number 11, Maya Gerlach, will tag in, as will Caden Mason. It's a pair of sophomores. This is a sophomore-heavy team that's visited us tonight from Asheville. Robbinsville will actually play TC Roberson on Friday night in a scrimmage at AC Reynolds High School. They get to play more or less one half of live football. See where the two teams match up. Final tune-up of the season before the season kicks off August the 23rd. It will be 4 hours from home at East Surrey. That game will not be broadcast by us. It will be on the NFHS network. We alluded to it earlier. I'll show the graphic as we come back from our next break. But how about that spike by Barlow, first and foremost? Lady Knights making some noise here in the opening matchup of the year. And the ball went somewhere. They don't know where. They're going to find another ball. That works. That's easier. Liz Hooper is going to go find it. Liz, part of that 2019 team that made it to the fourth round of the state playoffs. What a phenomenal year that was to watch. So excited for Liz and Lex Hooper to be having their first child. Baby shower was over the weekend, so it's imminent. 17-21, Kagi Buchanan with a nice spike. To resume play. That ball caught the corner of the court. My. 17-22, Barlow looking good. Is the senior from Lower Tuskegee. Here's Buchanan again. Robbinsville 3 away. Bump over Hooper. Buchanan. How about Barlow? Boy, she's just throwing everybody off. How can you hate that? 2 to go. Lady Rams called their second timeout of the set. We'll be right back, fans. Robbinsville needs 2 to go up by 2 here on the Grim Star Sports Network in our season opener for Lady Knights Volleyball. Robbinsville pulling away late again, just like it did in the first set. Barlow tip. That may get the job done. We got 1 to go. Boy, what a shot from Buchanan. And they're just going to let that drop and go to the showers. It's 17-25, the first set, the same as the second. And we'll be back in 3 here on the Graham Star Sports Network. Surrey Waddy will serve to begin set number trace, despite our scoreboard on the screen being incorrect. It is the third set. Quick scramble. Saves it. Hooper to Daphne Barlow. It's going to drop. Point Robbinsville. Boy, I am liking the way this team's looking here in the opening match of the year. A lot of fluidity on the court. Good communication. And the rotation that Katie Phillips, Dee Dee Brooms, and Kinsley Phillips have figured out for this team looks to be very solid, as a matter of fact. Freshman newcomers holding their own. There's 3. You got Kagan Buchanan, Chloe Adams, and Daphne Barlow, and they all are fitting right in. Score is 1-1 as Jordan Alston serves it away for the Lady Rams. Claire Barlow shuts it down. 1-2 is your nod. And I call her a superstar athlete because she plays about 70 different sports, it seems like. Daphne Barlow goes behind the service line. And it's a service error. Didn't quite have enough on it to clear the net. 2-2 here in set 3. Get a recap of this match, the JV opener, and of course the latest and greatest news from and around Graham County in our upcoming edition of the Graham Star. It'll be on newsstands everywhere in a 3-county span on Wednesday afternoon. 2-3 is your score as Claire Barlow will now send a serve over and get an ace out of it. Good to see that. Nice spike. Good save on the back by Maya Gerlach. And Daphne Barlow hit hard trying to save that ball. It is trickling away. Claire Barlow will jog over and scoop it up just below our screen. Score is 3-4. Advantage. Still Lady Knights. Good spike by Carpenter for the kill attempt, but the Rams will defend it. And they're going to say that Chloe Adams tapped the net. 4-4. Well, since they are freshmen, you have to expect some mistakes, and jitters, obviously, first ever varsity matchup. Adams has struggled to stay in the neutral zone tonight up front. Carpenter will get the point, and back to serve is Ren Hooper. Good push by Jordan Summey to get it back over for the Rams. Carpenter throws everybody into a tizzy. Hey, good read by Hooper. There you go. 4-6 here in the third set. Thank you very much. She'll go back and serve now. Show what the delay was for. Seeing the extracurricular communication on the court, so Chloe Adams almost had her first kill. Boy, what a lucky break for TC Roberson, able to defend that ball. That was just sheer instinct. That got it. Adams gets a K. 4-7 is your score. And service error for Hooper will end the run, but it's now 5-7. I believe our scoreboard is kind of locked up on us. Maybe it's good to go now. It is. There we go. Froze up for a moment. Had to unplug it, plug it back in. 6-7 for Liz Carpenter. From the deepest, darkest parts of Carpenter Hollow off Tallulah Road. And it's 6-8 now. Robbinsville, as you see on your screen, 2 wins in this match. One more will get the W. And we'll go to the house. A win for TC Roberson will keep the match going. Man, what a good read and a good push up front. And TC Roberson is within 1. Point goes to the Lady Knights. Say number 5, Valor Jensen, broke the neutral ground, so to speak. Another serve coming from Lewis, and it'll go out, unfortunately. Makes it 8-10. And we were bragging on communication earlier. That seems to have trickled a little bit here in the third set. Can't get too cozy if you're Robbinsville. This is one sport that the momentum can flip in a hurry. Lady Knights have a 2-point advantage. Curry Waddy will be serving. Upper set, Gaffney Barlow with a mistimed spike. It's 11-11 here in the third set. Lady Rams not going away quietly. Head coach Michelle Wagaman trying to keep her team picked up. Claire Barlow with a tip to get the point back to Robbinsville as Daphne Barlow will head back to the service line. Good dive. Liz Carpenter with a good tip. Rams talking, and they're able to snuff it out as a result, and Barlow dove for it. Well, couldn't get to clear the net. Gotta like the effort, though. It is 12-12. Serving is Valor Jensen. Oh, that's a thunderous kill for Barlow. Right in the middle. The ball disintegrated. Okay, not really, but it was a good kill by Barlow nonetheless. Now she'll take her shots from behind the service line. Line judge for this side of the net, the one and only Loxley Burke, who we saw in the JV game earlier this evening. Giving a quick grin to Barlow after that point, but after that one, it's time to call the list. It's 13-13 here on Grand Star Sports. Liz Carpenter with a return that goes awry. TC Roberson back out front, 14-13. And Hooper will get the point back and get the serve. 14 all. Middle school Lady Knights. A lot of them are in attendance this evening for this opening matchup. See them sitting in the stands all around us this evening. Turn goes out. Robbinsville gets the point. It is 14-15. Lady Knights will not begin their middle school season until, I believe it's August the 26th. Maybe the 27th. It is. I'm sorry, August 27th against Murphy. Call was in. Good call by the line judge. 16-15, Lady Rams. Robbinsville working 2 up front, 4 on the back. Now dogfight right now, but the service error will help. They'll get advantage back. Momentum back, I should say, to the Lady Knights. Here's Liz Carpenter. It is 16-16. That ball will drop out. Robbinsville back ahead, 16-17. And that ball got tangled in the net, but still cleared it somehow. Hooper with a jump pass to Adams and completely shut down up front by Abigail Brockmeyer and Caden Mason. Give them each half a block. Maya Echevarria will serve for the Lady Rams. And it'll be an unreturnable serve. Rams up by 1, making it interesting here in the third set. Robbinsville looking a little, I won't say nervous, that's not the right word for it, but they are rattled, to say the very least, right now by the ongoings. And the spike, and the pass. Good bump over by Chloe Adams. Adams almost shut it down again. Took another shot at it. Right there to defend it is Kaylin Watt. And there's Chloe Adams. But they're going to give the point to the Lady Rams, and that is going to really catch the grief of some of these Robbinsville faithful in attendance. Oh, my. Timeout called. Never mind, I guess, says Katie Phillips. They called a timeout. They didn't grant it. Now they call the timeout. 19-18 as we step aside here in the third set. Another seesaw set developing here in number 3. Robbinsville leads the match 2-0. Trailing 19-18, Olivia Lewis is going to serve. She served out to victory last time for Robbinsville in set 2, and she may do it again. We'll see. Barlow block. Rams are caught off guard. Lady Knights back ahead, 19-20. And there's Ren Hooper taking a dive. Can't get under it in time, though. It is 20-all. It's the first time tonight that TC Roberson has eclipsed the 17-point mark in a set. And they're now up by, well, now tied, excuse me. They're now at 20. That service line is going to be Maya Gerlach. And they're going to call an illegal motion. 20-21 is the score. And an ace for Surrey Waddy. Timeout called. Let's see what the Lady Rams come up with during what could be the final break of the game. Must have been a very quick strategy session on the other side of the net as we're already back. 3 points to go. Surrey Waddy with the serve. Dug out, received by Echevarria. And the Rams return it. The Barlow sisters trade it back and forth. Watt sets. Bump back over. Hooper jump set for Barlow. Tip to the left side, and the libero unable to throw everybody off. And I'm going to say they touched the net. It was Daphne Barlow. Oh, boy. 21-22 the score. Two fresh Lady Rams will trot onto the court, including Jordan Alston, who will go back to serve. All three of Robbinsville seniors on the floor right now. Bump over by Daphne Barlow. And there's a big tip. That tip has some authority behind it. And could be a yellow card coming for the coach. It's a red card. Oh, boy, I hadn't seen a red card in a while. A lot of fans here in attendance thinking that Valor Jansen got cheated on that call. Here's Carpenter tip. And there's a big kill by Liz Carpenter. It's set point. It's match point for the Robbinsville Lady Knights. Michelle Wagaman contending that a timeout had been called. They did not grant it. And that's raised the ire of the TC Roberson fans in attendance. There's a big spike and a kill. As you know, Roberson wants to get the victory here more for morality's sake. At this juncture with the couple of run-ins with the officials. But they got some work to do, and Robbinsville has just got to close it out here. Liz Carpenter calls everybody off, bumps it back over the net, and almost the ball game. Rams able to save it. Here's Claire Barlow with a push to the back left side. Rams have it alive. Returned by Sonny. Ball's out. Match is over. Robbinsville has swept the TC Roberson Lady Rams in the 2024 season opener. Final set scores 17-25, 17-25, and 22-25. We want to thank all of you for joining us this afternoon here in Robbinsville. We hope you've enjoyed your free access to Lady Knights Volleyball. You can see it just like this all year long at GramstarSports.com. And until then, fans, we'll be back Wednesday. Franklin makes a visit over. It's 3A versus 1A action on Wednesday afternoon. And we'll post on social media where we'll be streaming it. Until then, Kevin Hensley wishing all of you a great rest of your Monday afternoon.